Hello, guys. Oh, Lord, I look a hot mess. Hi, this is Pinkie, the housewife. I know I look a hot mess, and I'm tired and I'm sleepy. Okay, so take me the way I am tonight, guys. Y'all just take me. I look a hot mess. I know I didn't even realize it looked that bad. But guys, today what we're going to be doing is going over day 4 of the testimony uh, in the Diddy trial. Day 4. Day 4, guys. So we're getting ready to hit this day 4. Uh, it was powerful moment. Um, for Cassie, she is a very strong person. But even strong people break sometimes. Even strong people need help sometimes. I know I look bad, but here we go, guys. It was day 4, Diddy's criminal trial, the most powerful testimony. I thought day 3. First, I thought um, I thought all the days was. Then I thought nothing can beat day 3, but day 4, guys, the most powerful testimony that it shook the walls of the courthouse. When I say shook, I don't mean to say it was shaking the walls. It shook the walls. It's a totally different thing than shake and shook, meaning the same thing. But when you tell a black person it shook the walls, that means it's powerful. Okay. Before we get started, let me go ahead and get some ground rules out of the way, the house rules out of the way first, if you don't mind. Let me go ahead and welcome everybody to the Pink House. And I know it's late that nobody knew I was going live. That's okay. I'm live. Okay. Also, go ahead and hit that like button, guys. That's going to help keep me in the algorithm. I need you all to hit that like button so I can stay in the algorithm. All right. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed to Pinkie the Housewife or Pink Global, my second channel, go ahead and get that on out of the way. Okay. Pink Global and Pinkie the Housewife. Okay. Let me go ahead and thank you all for doing those two things so we can go ahead and get on with the matter at hand. Let me just put up this graphic content warning. We won't see none of the images, but let me tell you, the description is enough to say we need to have that trigger warning up. Okay? It's bad. It's bad. Really bad. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. I don't know what's wrong with my color of my shirt. Sit up on me, right color of the shirt. Okay. Diddy was one to always want to party, right? Like Cat Williams said, the man want to party every day. You have to tell the man when to sit down. You have to tell him no. If you don't tell him no, he'll think he can party every day with you. He'll think he can party every day. You have to tell this man no. And when you say no, it got to be a firm no. A firm no. You can't do one of them little no's. No, I don't want to party. No. Y'all see here. You see this. This is his twins when they was babies. But we're going to go ahead. See there? All these people there? All y'all there. I would say y'all better be probably shaking in your boots. Probably shaking the walls of your own house. Okay? But we're going to go ahead and get on with this. Let me just say, for everybody that's coming into the Pink House, thank you for coming in. And another thing, if you can, go ahead and hit that like button, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me just do something right quick, guys. Okay, let let me just let me see what that's saying. I just got a pop up. Let me just read it right quick. It should help everyone feel safe to build a positive live chat experience for you and your viewers. Choose who can participate. Set a delay message. Okay, I'm going to close that. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Oh, gosh. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just, uh, everybody's probably asleep. You know why I said everybody's probably asleep, guys? Because it's late. But I've been really, really busy. I'm taking care of the baby today. Um, taking care of the baby today. Doing so many other things today. Had the dogs running me crazy. And the dog scratched me all up on my scratch me all up. Y'all can, I don't think you can see it. Scratch me all up. Uh, oh my God, I'm tired. Hi, Queen Liz. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you. I didn't put didn't nobody know I was coming live, not even myself. Okay. But thank you for being here. Thank you. So we're going to go ahead on with this Diddy stuff, because day 3, I thought it was the most scandalous day 3. The testimony she had spoke of, her testimony just shook me. It shook me. That's why I came up, shaking the walls of the courthouse or the courtroom. And I'm usually up to 2 most nights. Okay, her menopause has me messed up. Okay, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry about that, Queen. All right. Thank you for being here again. Well, what time is it where you are, Liz? Okay. Now, let me just say this before we get into some of the things. What we covered here and the testimony. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. Okay. You're an hour ahead of me. It's just 12, a little after 12 here. Okay. Thank you, Liz. But what we have uncovered so far with Cassie and everything that she talked about, the way he treated her. He treated this child god awful. I mean, I know I look back at Queen. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. My hair is a mess. I look a hot mess. See there? I look a hot mess. But I said I'll just go ahead and go and get this done. But anyway, oh my God, it is terrible. And how the man is blaming her. You got that right. This is some sickness. But anyway, this is sick. This man is a narcissist. Girl, me too. It's okay. Thank you. Cassie, you know, Cassie Ventura, she was on the stand. She took the stand. She's been on the stand every day. She took the stand on day 2. I was thinking they needed to put her on day 1, but she took the stand on day 2. She was on the stand day 3, and day 4 she's on the stand. So 3 days straight. Ooh, I feel for her. Don't worry, Cassie. If I was in New York, I'll make sure you okay. I'll make sure you got your water, changing to some flat shoes or something comfortable on your feet. I'll be there for you, girlfriend. But anyway, Cassie, she's the former girlfriend of Sean Diddy Combs, the Diddler. Okay, and everybody know that she's one of his accusers. Okay, she's one of the accusers, and not just one of the accusers. Um, she was the one that took most of the brunt, and you know, and she so far and gave, this is her third day of testimony, 3 days of intense testimony that she had to sit in on this federal sex trafficking trial. And she was describing the most heinous physical abuse that she suffered from the hands of the Diddler, Sean Diddy. And she had to tell us all about this crazy, crazy, nasty, insane. I don't know how somebody think of this stuff. Freak off. Let me just drink, if y'all don't mind. Let me just take a drink of my water here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. No, I shouldn't be wanting no water. I should be wanting my lemon juice. That's what I want. But anyway, so she had to deal with this. She had to deal with this crazy. She had to deal with this crazy. Y'all know I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a lawyer. I'm not even in the medical field. None of that. But I know the man is a narcissist, and I know he's insane, and that's my personal opinion. And everything is covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Yes, it is. That's why I'm saying it now. It's my opinion. Everything, Copyright Act of 1976, is covered. Yeah. Love lemon water also. You do too? I drink it every day in some form or way. Yes, in my opinion also. Yeah. But let me, guys, wait now. He didn't just physically abuse her, mentally. Brainwashing to me. I call it brainwashing. He put the fear of God in her, the fear of the devil in her. Because God would have took her away from this. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And she had to describe and give her testimony about what is a freak off, explain to the jurors, explain to the court what is a freak off, and how he just kept her drugged up, just constantly drugged up for days and days. And I don't understand how to. At one point, she did talk about how he had her so. What is it? He called it. I can't remember. But she woke up in the shower, butt naked, no clothes on, with the Diddler, Sean Diddy, and another, which is a sex worker, standing over her with cold water running on her. That child could have been unalive. But then he just wanted her to go right back into the, now, time, ready to go, ready to finish up the freak off. Heinous, heinous, heinous. So, so she had to talk about all that and how she had to perform sex in the middle of being completely drugged up. But he was blackmailing her with the videos to keep her in line, threatening her to keep her in line, beating, stomping, pulling, you name it, anything you can do to a human being, that's what he did to her. And I always had to tell her, watch your mouth and fix your face. you know, allegedly he blackmailed her the whole time. Y'all trying to figure out how can a woman stay with a man that long? Because he's blackmailing her. She's afraid that he's gonna continue to beat her, stomp her, kick her. And it gets worse. So even though you're suffering bruises and black eyes and black lips, you still got to perform. You just almost OD'd, you still got to perform. No matter what's wrong with you, you still got to do what you got to do. And this could last for days. That's why people had to come out of there and do those IVs all the time. She said he was her first kiss. So I'm assuming he was her first everything. Yes, because it did. Yesterday, it said that he taught her about he taught her about what is oral sex and stuff like that. She never done that before. She was only 19 when he met her. She was still a child. Still a child. When people say, why don't she just leave? Watch the video. You can't leave. Every time she would leave, he would send somebody out to go find her, bring her back. That was their job. Hi, Be Bliss. Hello, Pinkie in the chat. Hello. Thank you for coming in. And he trapped her in the record deal. So she had no money or her own income, separated from him. Think about it. Do y'all ever hear her talking about her family? That's what a narcissist is going to do. A person like him does. He's going to separate you from everybody, even your family, and probably make up lies and tell your family. I tell you, oh Lord, let me play this video right quick. This is a video from today. Okay. Let me pause it for a moment. This is from today. This I'm trying to make sure I put it down. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, but give me 1 second. I'm working on something here. Oh, shoots. Took the whole thing away. Okay. Okay. Oh. I know y'all haven't seen me go live in a couple of days, in the last 2 days, because I had the baby and I had my dogs and stuff, and I couldn't do nothing. Y'all see how tired I am? I look really worn out. They exhaust me. Plus, I had physical therapy today, and so I'm tired. I had physical therapy on my shoulder. In my opinion, he would talk about making more music when she would push back against doing what he wanted as well at some point. Obviously, he loved, bombed, and mirrored for her in the beginning. Yep, you're right. That's what narcissists do. They're going to love bomb you to death. Okay, let's listen to Nancy Grace, because Nancy Grace, oh my God, Nancy Grace going to tell it like it is. But continue recovery, Mrs. Pinkie. I'm trying to recover. You see how my eyes just look. I look sleepy, tired. I did a facial a little while ago, about 2 hours ago, because I had to get in the shower. And I did a facial. It's a mud mask I put on my face. So, and then I put the cream on it. So that's why my face is shining. But let me go ahead and play this here, guys. This is horrific. Oh my God. I can't stand the Diddler. Just listening to any of this makes me sick. Skin looks gorgeous. I do masks and stuff too. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I love my mask. I don't have nothing on my face, actually, except for that mask I just did about 2 hours ago. Yeah, I don't have nothing on my face. Y'all can see nothing on my eyes. Yeah. If I did, it'd be rubbing off. I have stuff all over my face. I don't wear anything on my face. Probably that's why. We're going to go ahead and listen to Nancy Grace. This is from today. Okay. It says, Diddy on, I was getting ready to say the Diddler, but Diddy on trial, Cassie reveals humiliating stuff you don't want nobody to know. 3 calls on the witness stand. And you got to remember this. She got to do this because if not, this man can still be out running around. She got to take her power back. Okay? And my hat and my heart goes out to Cassie. And let me just say this. Most people don't realize all the stuff she's going through. Remember he's in the transportation of those SEX workers from one state to the other and all that and all this. Yes. Most people saying, well, when are we going to talk about it? We've been talking about it the whole time. She is one of those people. Think about it. She's been taken across state lines to perform. And then he's bringing in other people from other states to perform. Okay, let's get into it. Here's Nancy, guys.
Listen, what you need to glisten, according to Sean Combs. What does that mean?
Wait, this is from the beginning. Glisten. Okay, glisten. I guess you got to shine. He wants you to shine. Sean don't want you to just be baby oil on you. Like, see, I got baby oil on me, right? Not baby oil. I got oil on me right now, guys. See my arm? Y'all can't tell, but I got oil. Because when I took a shower, the SAB, 7th Avenue Beauty, baby oil, the lemon, I got it on me right now. So am I glistening? No. I'm just not ashy. But he wants you to shine. He wants you to shine. Okay. Nancy, I'm with you on this one here. What the heck?
Pregnant mom Cassie Ventura on the stand under oath, reliving humiliating sex acts she was forced to perform with strangers on video. It's all about Diddy's foul fetish. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. I want to thank you for being with us. We are live at the courthouse, going straight out to Lauren Conlon, investigative reporter, host of Pop Crime TV. Lauren, thank you for being with us. What's happening in court today?
We are learning about what a vile human Diddy is, as if we didn't already know. Cassie is still on the stand, and we are actually...
He is a vile, despicable demon.
Seeing never before seen photographs of black eyes, fat lips. We actually saw a photo of her eyebrow after she told us that when she was sleeping one night, Diddy came in and just attacked her and her friends and threw her against a bed, the corner of a bed where she split her eyebrow open. And that's not all, Nancy. We are learning that Cassie experienced mouth sores during these freak-offs, many UTIs, and she sat up there on the stand and told us that she was expected to go through with these freak-offs.
Mouth sores? Mouth sores? Does she mean mouth sores in her mouth or mouth sores around her mouth? Mouth sores. You know what? All them dirty, filthy people that she's have to perform with for days at a time. Thank God she's away from this man. Thank God. Ooh. Mouth sores.
While she had these UTIs, I mean, it is It is heartbreaking and just painful to listen to.
What does she say? How does she respond? What is her demeanor?
I mean, she says over and over here, Nancy, how young she was and how regretful she is and what she could have said at the time, but she was so young that she didn't know how to verbalize it. She did break down on the stand a few times, day 2. Day 3, we aren't seeing her as emotional. She appears to be very strong, but again, she is saying over and over, I wish I never did this. I wish I did things differently. She's incredibly strong. I mean, think about it. She is up there 8 months pregnant with 2 toddlers at home, having to relive the most humiliating and terrifying time of her life. And Nancy, I mean, what Cassie Ventura went through, I want justice for Cassie here. I will say it. I want justice for Cassie. She is truly heroic. And I mean, you can tell she's a little uncomfortable, of course, physically and of course, emotionally, but she's not holding back. I mean, there was another instance that she spoke about where she appeared to take too much GHB. She described going into a G hole. This is before a freak off. And she described waking up nude in the shower with Diddy and another escort hovering over her, freaking out. She kind of comes to, and I'm thinking, okay, they're going to take her to a hospital at this point. Nope. Diddy says, you ready for the freak off?
Wow. Okay, so a lot to take in. Lauren Conlon has been in the courtroom the entire day and is telling us what the jury is hearing from the witness.
Nancy, you said it right. That is a lot to take in. A lot to take in. Ooh. Oh my God. The horror that this young woman had to go through. And she was still a kid. 19, still a kid. From friction and prolonged activity. Oh, okay. I have sympathy for her early involvement, but at some point you have to know the situation was not good and take responsibility for it. Thank you, Be Bliss and Queen.
Witness stand. You stated that Cassie Ventura described earlier today being in a G hole. That's from GHB, gamma hydroxybutyrate, which is a day drug, completely passed out. And as soon as she comes to naked in a shower, Sean comes and says, okay, let's go. She also described being forced to perform in freak offs when she was on her period and she didn't want to, but she did. She also described, Lauren Conlon, where she would basically have to drug herself to get through yet another freak off, Lauren Conlon.
Yes. I mean, she really seemed to live a very sad existence for 11 years of her life. And I think many of us watching here.
This is the pink salt recipe that took me from 179 to
feel the same way. I mean, justice for Cassie, Nancy. She also described a time in Cannes where she was at the Cannes Film Festival and she was staying on a boat with Sean Combs and he got upset with her that morning. He kicks her off a boat without her shoes, without her passport, anything. She has to walk over to the staff hotel and she doesn't see him until later that evening. And then we're shown a picture of her on the red carpet looking glam at the Cannes Film Festival. She described that she has some bruises covered up with makeup, and she sits through this premiere with Sean where he is squeezing her leg as hard as he can while she's wearing this beaded dress. She gets on a plane. She tries not to sit next to him. He switches seats with somebody in order to sit with her. And then during that flight, Nancy, he proceeds to torment her by showing her freak off videos and threatening her. Okay. And there are other people around. And then they land in New York City and then they go to dinner. And she says, after that, I was expected to do a freak off, and my stomach is turning.
We are live at the courthouse, and now also joining us, Sydney Sumner, crimeonline.com investigative reporter. The evidence has been pouring from the witness stand all day. There were thoughts that we would get to Cassie Ventura
I forget I be muted. Thank you. I'll be blessed. I just said, thank you for letting me know. I just said, I don't know. It just makes me cringe and cry just hearing that, put tears in my eyes. And it makes me want to just go to New York and play Mama Bear. Just play Mama Bear for her. Be there. Oh, my Lord.
cross-examination. Her direct examination is a bomb in that courtroom. Sydney Sumner, what else is happening in the courtroom?
Well, Nancy, in addition to what Lauren told us, we've also heard about an instance of abuse in 2013 when Combs attacked Cassie in her own apartment while her friends were there. Her friends moved to protect her, jumped on Combs' back, but at one point, Combs threw Cassie into the side of her bed, causing a gash in her eyebrow. Combs had his security guards take Cassie to go get the wound closed by a plastic surgeon. And she sent him a photo of that injury afterwards, saying, "Here's a picture so you can remember what you did to me." And Combs' response was, "You don't know when to stop. You have pushed it too far and continue to push." Sad.
Baby oil. Baby oil. Will we never hear the end of baby oil in the courtroom? It's been pervasive today as well. Lauren Conlon?
It's getting crazy. I mean, the talk of baby oil, and I'm not even trying to be funny, the talk of baby oil got to a point where they had to have a sidebar. Thank goodness Tenny Garagos objected, because at one point, Emily Johnson, doing a great job as the prosecutor, she's questioning Cassie, and she probably questioned her for about 10 minutes about baby oil. And it got to the point where Cassie had to tell us that she, Sean Combs made her get into a blow-up pool of baby oil and Astroglide with all of her clothes on. And then we had to hear about how many bottles of baby oil they went through during a freak-off, which, by the way, was 10. And she described they were the big size bottles. I mean, there's...
This man, he's not a man. The Diddler got a sick fascination over baby oil. Baby oil. I need to go get some baby oil. Let me go get. He got a sick, twisted mind about baby oil. Guys, I wonder what happened. Did his kids use baby oil? Did you put baby oil on any of your kids when they was babies? Oh my God, yeah. Oh my Lord. This man and baby oil. Y'all had all the baby oil. Please do not sell him no more baby oil. If he ever get out, I pray he don't. But if everybody is innocent until proven guilty. But in my mind, I already made my mind up.
There's so much more. I didn't bring my notepad out, but I mean, a lot of us are wondering, what does this have to do with anything? Are they just trying to corroborate the freak-offs when other witnesses come on the stand and talk about this baby oil and Astroglide? It's really, really strange. But I'm wondering when we are going to hear more about his criminal enterprise, about the sex trafficking, the transportation across state lines, because right now, Cassie is giving really, really tragic testimony. And I feel awful for her. This is horrible.
You're hearing it now. Every time he takes her cross any state lines, that's trafficking. SEX, trafficking. Anytime he flies in a SEX worker, that's trafficking. We're hearing it all the time. Do y'all need her to spell it out? Do somebody need a big bulletin board and or neon lights and flash it going across so everybody know? This is still the same thing, guys. Yeah, kidnapping.
Horrible. But it definitely is. It's seeming to me so far, it's just seeming like it is a lot of domestic violence, a lot of assault and awfulness. I mean, he treated her horribly. He's a vile man. I'm just trying to figure out when we're going to start really getting into these charges. I mean, right now I'm in the overflow room, and people in the overflow room are kind of like, what's going on? What are we listening to? And yeah, I mean, at another point, she asked Cassie, why did you continue to participate in these freak offs, or why did you say yes to a freak off? And Cassie actually under her breath was like, good question. But she broke down crying on the stand, and it was awful. It was so awful. She, she just talked about how much she loved Sean Combs and how, she did these freak offs so she could be with him. And that is just really sad.
Well, I appreciate your perspective, but
let me just say, we got baby oil because we got a baby. I know you got a baby. Baby love. Beautiful little girl. But what is this with you in this baby oil? This here stuff right here. Diddly. Let me find him. Let me pull him up right quick. Diddler. What is this in you in baby oil? You got a sick mind. You in the baby oil. What is wrong with you in this baby oil? Huh, Diddler? What is you in this baby oil got? What have you got to do with this baby oil? Huh? Why are you in this baby oil? What do you have in? Do you like the smell of it? I didn't know it got a smell. Let me just see. I don't even think it got a smell. I can't even open the top. I can't take this top off. Oh. Yeah. It smells good. Smells like a baby. But you're a grown ass man. You need to leave this stuff. Y'all, anybody see this man here? That man there. Right here. His name is Diddler. If you see the Diddler trying to order some baby oil, and he's trying to get you to send it to this place right here, the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, don't you send that no baby oil there. And if y'all got some in the commissary, don't let this man right here, let me bring up his face again. Don't let this man here, don't sell him none of this stuff. Do not give him none of this. You know what he's gonna do with it. He don't want one bottle. He want 1,000 or more. Y'all hide your baby oil. Keep it for your babies. He wants you to take a bath. He wants somebody to get in a kiddie pool and take a bath in some baby oil. He wants to rub it all over people. He wants you to be glistening. You can't be just, see, I got oil on my skin right now. This is oil, but I don't have the baby oil. I have a different kind of oil. I have lemon drops on my skin. This is what you call lemon drops. See that? Not even greasy. Don't sell this man none of this. Y'all got any? No matter where he try, don't sell it to him because he think he's going to get out. He think he's going to get out. Right there, that man right there. He thinks he's going to get out. So he wants to get out so he can go find this woman here, which is Cassie, and she's a whole married woman. She's pregnant, ready to give birth any day. She's married. Her husband, you leave both of them alone. Y'all don't get that man none of this stuff. He can't handle it. He got a sick fascination over this stuff. Y'all leave that alone. In my opinion, now, she spoke at length about baby oil, and it's what? And now they can, all of that baby oil they found in the Testament. For instance, they brought it up. Yep. Well, she seemed like she was using, Diddy wanted her to use 10 bottles or more. And then when that run out, throw some more on you. So he looks awful. Yeah, he sure do. Yes, he do.
But let's go to trial lawyer Nima Rahmani, joining us out of LA, former federal prosecutor.
All over here.
Turned trial lawyer, president of West Coast Trial Lawyers, and author of Harvard to hashtag Nima. What a layperson sees, they don't understand necessarily that what is happening right now is proving sex trafficking and RICO. Normally, we see which are the most serious charges that Combs is facing. RICO, which is racketeering, we normally see that applied to the mob, right? Criminal enterprise, like they have a vast criminal enterprise involving stolen goods, prostitution, counterfeit, money laundering, even murder. And there are many, we've all seen Sopranos, right? That was a criminal enterprise where more than one person, multiple people work to advance, let's just pretend, Tony Soprano's criminal enterprise, right? He was the boss. It was his enterprise, and all those people worked for him. So what we're hearing, I know we've said it a million times, baby oil, really? Baby oil to be used in an illegal act, which is flying in escorts, male and female, from other cities, buzzword flying, interstate commerce, using text, using online to find the escorts, wired transmission. See where I'm going with this? Who went to get the baby oil? Who paid for it? Who paid the sex workers? Who set up the scene for illegal freak-offs? All of that equals prostitution, equals moving people across state lines for purposes of prostitution.
Thank you.
That is a criminal enterprise. That's the point. The jury may not be getting it yet, but when Emily Johnson explains what the law is and says, this is transporting across state lines. This person worked for Sean Combs. This person paid the sex workers. This person bought the baby oil. What? Did Sean Combs get a blow-up pool himself and blow it up and pour in heated baby oil? HELLNO. He paid somebody to do that. Hence, criminal enterprise. You explain it.
Nancy, you're absolutely right. And as prosecutors, former prosecutors, we know these are the elements of the crime. Let's just go through them. Sex trafficking, you need that force, fraud, or coercion. The force, right? Beating Cassie, throwing her against the bed, that gash. We're going to have independent witnesses, the plastic surgeon, members of his security team that are going to testify to that. The coercion.
Let me see him.
Giving Cassie drugs.
I just heard you say plastic surgeon. What?
The plastic surgeon that Cassie went to see to fix the gash in her eye.
Right,
there's going to be medical records, Nancy. Independent evidence to support her allegations. That's what you want if you're the government. Let's talk about the coercion.
But when you hear Lauren Collin talking, Nima Rahmani, when you hear her talking, she's like, I'm sick of baby oil. We're all looking at each other thinking, when are we really going to hear the evidence about sex trafficking? You are hearing it right now.
Thank you.
Break it down, Nima.
This is it. This is sex trafficking.
Nima ain't breaking it down. We are hearing it. Every time he takes her across state lines, every time this man, well, I keep calling him a man. Let me call him this this person takes her across state lines and flying in other workers to whatever state they are, or even flying them into his house. That's SEX trafficking. What do I... Tomorrow, I'm going to have a bulletin board with that on so everybody know. Okay, I'm going to make a little bulletin board. And I was thinking about writing it here, but I'm going to make something. And I have it for y'all because... Nima, come on now. Nancy don't like it. Come on. Spell it out. Spell it out.
Freaking, you give someone drugs so much that they throw up and they're forced to perform sex over a matter of days, sometimes up to 4 days. That is coercion, Lauren. And I love Lauren. You in someone's mouth, that is coercion. You force someone to have sex on her period when she's bleeding all over the bedsheet. That is coercion.
Please.
It's not just about the baby oil. It's not just about the vomit. It's not just about the blood.
What you say? It's not
human
about the
being
baby oil. Wait,
consent to
Nima.
this.
Wait, Nima. You said it's not about the baby oil. I think if he run out of baby oil and there's no more baby oil around, and nobody will sell him no baby oil, and he can't get no baby oil, it may stop some of that he's doing. Oh Lord, then he'll find something else. He'll get cooking grease, cooking oil. Y'all remember the stuff my grandma used to have it called Lord. It was like I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's in a big can, white, and she would scoop it out of there and put it in her skillet. He'll find that. I don't know how to, and try to melt it down and let it cool, or probably pour it on the people hot. This man is... Let me be quiet. I'm done. He make my... Like I tell you, I do not have high blood pressure, but this person will give you high blood pressure.
The defense's argument is consent. This is what the government is proving. And like you said,
but wait a minute. Nima Romani, when you say, and I don't want to go too DEFCON 4 on the law here, but when you say sex with Cassie Ventura without her consent, but I'm not proving a case right now. I'm talking about the state proving RICO, a criminal conspiracy, a criminal enterprise.
Yeah.
And what the jury is hearing right now, as a matter of fact, Sydney Sumner, it's so upsetting what they're seeing, these videos, that they've had to put up privacy monitors in the last hours in court. So everybody doesn't see the videos that the jury is seeing. Isn't that true, Sydney?
That is true, Nancy. We expect the prosecutors to play some of these freak-off tapes for the jury in the next hours. They already tried to play them, but there were some technical difficulties. So they decided to try and work on those and continue with a different line of questioning. So those videos are going to come up in court very, very soon. We see that reporters are scrambling to actually get a seat in the courtroom instead of the overflow room so they can watch the jury as these videos are played.
This is the pink salt recipe that took...
Guys, I know this is a lot, but y'all got to hang in there.
When, if ever, was the last time you checked your home's title? Well, if you're like me, the answer is never. So stop what you're doing and make sure your title is still in your name immediately. Go to HomeTitleLock.com, use promo code Nancy. You also get a free title history report plus a free 14-day trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. Free. That's 24/7 title monitoring, urgent alerts to any changes, and if fraud should happen, they spend up to $1 million to fix it. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Use promo code Nancy. The gall are trying to use the Bible, the Holy Bible, as a prop.
There was only one God.
Now he did. He did bring the Bible in there. And one thing I always say, when people are locked up in prison or in jail, they always want to find God or Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. This. They always claiming that's an act. And then they always trying to tote their Bible around with them. That's an act. Because the minute this man sees some of this stuff, he's going to go flipping out. He's going to go crazy. And he made any inmate in there and get this stuff thrown all over him. Because I think he get turned on by this. I think there's a perverted turn on with baby oil. Can't nobody tell me. I think the baby oil is the only thing he get turned on by. If he don't have no baby oil, he ain't turned on. It's something about this baby oil. It's something, some reason he need baby oil in order to get hard on. Yeah, y'all heard it here. I said it. But it's just my opinion. I'm seeing what I'm seeing. If no baby oil, he don't get a hard on. They already described this thing yesterday like a Tootsie Roll. Yeah, they did. Tootsie Roll. About the size of a Tootsie Roll. That's why you see him with this baby oil. You think it's a childhood trauma? Be blessed. Something is wrong with it. Because if he ain't got none of this, he can't do nothing. If he ain't got none of this here, and a woman with white nail polish on her nails, and a big thing, whatever you want to call it, a big thing, male part. It got to be a big male part, but it got to have this. I don't care if you see a big male part. If it ain't got the baby oil on it, in my opinion, it ain't gonna work. He can see a naked woman. If she ain't got no baby oil on her, it ain't gonna work. No matter what you do, you ain't got no baby oil for him, it ain't gonna work. This man got a fantasy. He goes in to another stage, another dimension with baby oil. Yeah, Diddy goes into another state, another brain cell pops out of him with baby oil. Never be caught alone with Diddy if you got some baby oil. You see some baby oil, you better run. Don't worry about him messing up your career. Don't worry about him blackballing you. Would you rather be tortured every day and have to live with your man card being taken away from you because you sat around him with this baby oil? You don't want to be a woman going 3 and 4 days, somebody all in you and everybody in you, you don't know who in you because of this baby oil. Take all that baby oil out of that house. He's mad. Oh, Lord, let me go on. This man and this baby oil stuff. I think if he never had no baby oil, half of this stuff, he'd been found something else. They're like the nail polish. If you ain't got white nail polish on, you can forget it. He probably, oh, Lord, I want to do sometime when he ain't going nowhere, have them to paint his nails white. When he know he's going to be like bad weather for days on, we got a storm going on for days, he have his nails painted white. I'm just saying that allegedly, and that's coming from my head.
God in Diddy's world, and that was Diddy.
Even Satan quoted scripture in the Bible, and at the end of the day, he was still the devil.
Oh my God. This is my Bible. She said, even Satan quoted scriptures from the Bible. Even they put some holy water on him. Holy water, holy water. This is the water. Holy water, holy water. She said, even Satan. Now, can't nobody tell me Satan don't quote the Bible. That's how he gets all his demons. I already watched this thing from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Somebody came, a demon, right in front of our eyes. Now he's walking around looking like a demon. Same thing about Sean. He went in there looking like a regular person. Now you look at him, he has transformed himself. He is transformed. Can't nobody tell me this man. If you walk down the street, you wouldn't even know that's him. If he's walking down the street, he do not look the same because he ain't got this baby oil. They should have a put out that, you know how they have with ex offenders where they can't be around kids. Some can't be around, like Nesto. He can't be around young kids nor animals. Dogs, if you want to get specific. He can't be around them. They treating those animals just like they're a human. He can't be around them. They need to have a thing where he cannot, you know, like some offenders, they can't watch certain things on their internet and stuff. They should have where he cannot purchase baby oil. I don't care what kind, how it looks, what the bottle looks like, what company it is. If he purchases, then he breaks the law. If he ever get out, he break the law and go straight back. Don't even pass go. Just go straight back. Somebody got to put some rules in place.
Cassie Ventura still on the witness stand at the end of the day. The testimony and video so upsetting that privacy monitors have been put up to shield cameras and journalists, everyone out in the audience, from seeing what the jury is seeing. Okay, joining me at the courthouse is Lauren Conlon, also with us on the trial from the get-go, Sydney Sumner. Nima, what I'm trying to tell you is that while Lauren Conlon points out that everybody in the overflow room, all the journalists are saying, well, when are we going to be done with baby oil? When are we going to talk about sex trafficking? We're talking about sex trafficking right now. Cassie Ventura doesn't have to say people were sex trafficked. There was a conspiracy. This is a RICO case. We don't expect that. We expect the prosecutor to take the evidence from the witness stand, explain the law to the jury, and explain why what they're hearing, if they believe Cassie Ventura, equals sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Okay, listen to this.
Cassie says Combs wanted her glistening at all times and had her reapply heated baby oil as often as every 5 minutes, and during one performance even made her get into a kiddie pool of baby.
Y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? She got to be glistening. It's like, take this baby oil. Take this baby oil. Here, look, take this baby oil. Oh, but you can't. Now my skin, I got oil on my skin. I got the lemon drop. Okay, lemon drop on my skin. Okay, from the queen. But no, you can't have it just like this here. He wants you to take the whole bottle like that. What the F wrong with this man? This man is. And then you got to keep applying this stuff over and over and over and over. Because you got to stay shiny. You got to stay glistening. Put this hat. Woo, Lord. And I need to calm down because although I'm on another end of the house and another wing of the house, Phoenix can hear everything. My baby can hear everything. He's in there. Mr. Pinkie trying to put him to sleep. My daughter wanted to put him in the car and take him for a ride. I told him, no, we're stopping that. Last night, they put him in the car twice. Brought him back, wait back. No. They've been doing that. We're going to stop that. We ain't taking you in the car. So, because then he'll get too used to that. And that's the only way he's going to go to sleep. No. Ever since he turned 1 year old, he's been dictating things, talking. Because y'all really don't understand. My baby is a prodigy. He is a prodigy. Okay? So, oh my God. Ooh, that's the life you have to live when you got a prodigy. He is one. Can't nobody tell me a baby that, well, I ain't going to talk about my baby. Not on this thing. Ooh, Lord. Ooh, Lord, because a kiddie poo. Think about this here. He wants her into a kiddie poo filled with baby oil. And then he wants her to get in there with all your clothes on. Think about this guy. This ninja is sick in the head. There's not enough days in this world that's gonna keep him straight, because he is jacked up in the head. When I say jacked up. Here's a psychological evaluation may provide some insight to the violence triggers. Yeah, you're right about that. And factory, what is this? Olfactory stimulation from the oil smell. Now, baby oil do smell good. I just took the top off. It do smell good. It smells like a baby. It smells just like a baby. It smells, yeah. It smells good. He probably lacked that smell. If you just dashing it all over you every day, every 5 minutes, every 2 seconds, everybody got to get covered in baby oil. The rooms are so saturated in baby oil and see, did I say that? And bodily fluids and everything. He have to pay the hell for all that damage he does. He should just go get him a trailer and keep himself in. It's like he wants it to look like she just walked out of the ocean or something. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. I never heard no crap like this. This is the most perverted thing. I thought Nesto was perverted because he can't be around kids or animals. Then I thought Demon Boy from Love in Hospital was. Then I thought R. Kelly. This man is out tops everybody. He out tops everybody. Even that the one that was in jail. I forgot his name, and they said he's not Epstein. What's his name? I can't remember his name. But anyway, he out tops everybody. Yeah, thank the Lord. She has her husband, and he's a tall man. And 2 sweetie kiddos, and another one almost here. Thank the Lord. That's what I pray for and thank for so much for. She got a husband that he been there every day, but not every day. They haven't been letting the man in. Because, well, he's been in now, but they didn't want him in at first because that little demon was talking about he feared for his life. You need to fear for your life. The fear that you put in her every day. Let me go on.
Baby oil. Afterwards, staff members were charged with cleaning up, but with baby oil and bodily fluids all over the floors, walls, and door handles, Combs was frequently charged for damages to hotel rooms, negotiations handled by Combs' assistants.
Okay, you know, I want to fight with Nima Romani right now about sex trafficking,
Girl,
but I
you go
can't
ahead and
ignore
fight
that.
for it.
Dr. Bethany Marshall joining us, renowned psychoanalyst. I
And
don't
I
know
wanna
what you're
fight with him,
smiling
too.
about, Romani, but that's a whole nother can of worms.
I like him.
Dr. Marshall, psychoanalyst out of LA, author of Deal Breaker. You can see her now on Peacock and find her at drbethanymarshall.com. Dr. Bethany, just forcing Cassie Ventura to engage in freak-offs during her period, forcing her out of a shower where she's having cold water sprayed on her.
Wait now. Forcing her while she's on her period. Didn't I tell you this man is the most craziest thing in the world? Don't believe me. Believe this, because she's in the courthouse. There's court records. So y'all got to believe this. She is very strong. She's strong, and she's delivering a very powerful testimony. Yes, she is. And I pray for her every day. Every day. I pray for this one young lady. Look at her. She is beautiful. Beautiful. And I pray for her every day. And I'm so glad she never had any kids by this man. And I'm so glad he didn't make her get pregnant, because that seemed like something he would do. But this man here, I can't wait. Oh, I hope they got him on the stand. I hope they put him on the stand. This man been talking and nobody believed him. For 4 years, nobody believed him. And all in 4 years, this could have been done and over with by then. And all the other people that got tormented and tortured, along with Cassie, could have been saved. This man, Jonathan Oddie, was trying to tell you. This man here also tried to tell. And he did tell. He sued Sean P. Diddy Combs. And he won. He won. His name is Smith. Last name is Smith. I forgot his first name. I have to look it up. He won $100 million lawsuit. And he's still behind bars. He won. And he did his own legal paperwork. He filed his own lawsuit. So if you're going to go be in prison, study law. Don't go be in there trying to fake like you trying to carry the Bible like you praying to Jesus, the Lord and Savior, because you know that's just a fake there. But what this man, Mr. Smith, did, we know it wasn't fake. I can't wait till they get this person on there too. Because you know this white boy ain't going to sit there and ain't going to go to jail for that ninja. Not that dirty ninja. He said, no, I'm still young. I got my whole life ahead of me. It's time for me to cut a deal if he haven't already cut it. Don't you go down with this food. This was his drug mural. This guy was the one that supplied him with his drugs and flying them in and stuff, along with somebody else. And she know who she is. I ain't saying a word. I ain't saying no names. I'm not going to say a word. And here, Cassie is just as pregnant want to be. If they do anything to make this woman go into labor, the world would not ever forget about it. The world would not forget about that. Okay? They'll be wishing that somebody will come and hide their face. They'll be trying to put a blanket over their face. Tell us how much he knows. Yeah. She got 20-ish. Yeah. She sued for 30 million. He paid 20 million. She still got a lot of money. And I hope she continues to sue him.
After going down a G-hole from GHB.
G-hole.
And saying, okay, you ready? Get back in there. It's like putting a boxer who's bleeding from the face and all two big black eyes cut open and pushing him back in the ring. Now we hear about a kiddie pool, a blown up kiddie pool full of warm baby oil that Cassie Ventura had to get into. What woman on this jury is going to think any of that is consensual?
It's not consensual, Nancy. And what you're pointing out is correct, is that this is not simply just a domestic violence case. Two people who are romantically connected, yet maybe one partner gets jealous or possessive. He is sex trafficking her.
That guy knows a lot. Let me see who said that comment. Queen. Yeah, he knows a lot. He's been trying to tell, but any NDA is voided for criminal. Yes, that is. If you signed an NDA, just say you work for. Well, we're going to use this ninja right here. Anybody that signed that NDA with Puffy, with the Diddler, this trial supersedes that. In fact, this is the, I'm going to give you a good example. Say this is the NDA. Well, say this is the NDA. This is the NDA. The NDA, I just signed it, Diddy. I just signed it, the Diddler, I just signed it. Now give me my $30 million. Give me my $100 million. But then the Diddler ends up in jail from September the 16th of 2024 when he was arrested at the Manhattan Hotel in New York City. He was arrested. His people didn't do nothing when they walked up on it. So this is that NDA. But all of a sudden, he's in jail. And they want you to come and testify. That NDA is like, throw out. None void. Throw it away. You can throw it in the trash can now. Bam. That NDA, let me show you. That NDA, see this trash can here? You got to go to court. Subpoena you to be a witness on the stand, right? So that this is the NDA. It goes in the trash. It don't mean a pot of greens. It don't mean nothing now. Nothing. Because this oversees that NDA. So you can talk, you better talk and tell everything you know. Tell it all. Everything that he tell you, you can't say now, you can say it all now. Because you're in a court of law. You've been subpoenaed to testify. And then if you don't tell the truth, then you get your butt hung up in jail with him. So what's it gonna be? What it gonna be? Diddler. What it gonna be? Diddler. Diddler. What it gonna be? Diddler. Y'all don't y'all let this man out. That's just my personal opinion. That's all. Everybody got a right to their opinion. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. And I believe everything Cassie is saying. Yes, I do.
He takes away her shoes, takes away her purse, uses threats and intimidation to have control over her. This is absolutely sex trafficking. In terms of that baby oil, I think it's fascinating. If he can only achieve arousal and when looking at somebody with baby oil on, then that technically would fit under the category.
Oh my God. I did not hear this part. I did not hear this. I didn't know she was going to say that. We are thinking the same way. He can only get aroused or blown up get a hard on when he see baby oil. So this is what you need to do. Let me show you. You walk up into the room, right? You're walking up into the room, right? You're hiding the baby oil. Then you pull out the baby oil. Hey, look what I got for you. I got you some baby oil. Oh, Lord. Everybody, when you go to the Grammys and the award shows and everything, take a bottle of baby oil. Take a bottle of baby oil. So when he walks in there, see what's going to happen. If he ever get out, see what's going to happen. When you walk in there, this man going to lose his mind. He ain't going to care about who's seeing him. He going to be telling everybody, throw the baby oil all over. Put the baby oil on your clothes while you got to just drip yourself so he can get turned on. Sick. He's sick in the head. Sick. Sean Combs, new charges. 2 times sex trafficking. 2 times transportation to engage in prostitution. 1 time racketeering. Sean, you're in a pickle.
Of a perversion, but I think he has multiple perversions. What I really think is going on is that somehow baby oil has become associated with experiences of arousal. Ooh. Which made me wonder, like, what were his early experiences in life? I mean, how long has he been using?
That means if you got a child, a small child, you know, you have to change the pamper, and they get sometimes you use baby oil on them. Maybe you want to put the baby oil after they get out the tub on their skin, rub it their arms and legs, like I do my baby. I put it on his arms and legs. It's easier for me to use the baby oil because he runs around everywhere. I do the baby oil, and I put the baby oil all over his feet, and then I put his socks on so it can soak into his feet and keep his feet all pretty. They're going to say pretty anyway because they got pretty feet. I will not let this man put no baby oil on my baby. He don't need to put baby oil on nobody's baby. You don't even need no baby oil. Do not have baby oil in your house. If he ever gets out and comes to your house, hide the baby oil. Hide the baby oil. Oh, Miss Pinkie, and he wants all his kids with him. Oh, Lord of mine. Lord. I'm going to have to play the video because I need to calm down. Because I'll be live tomorrow morning. My husband and my kids and all them, they're going to take care of the baby. Because I told them I missed 2 days. I missed yesterday and I missed this morning live for going on. So I'm making it up. But y'all hide your baby oil. Hide it.
Baby oil was baby oil used as a part of a masturbatory ritual starting when he was really young? Did his mother use baby oil when he was an infant and somehow that got eroticized or sexualized? I mean, this is so fascinating to me as a clinician because there's all kinds of meanings underneath this.
You know, I'm glad you're the shrink and not me because I'm not really fascinated by a woman on her period being forced to engage in a freak off with a group of sex partners, male escorts that have been flown in.
Okay, Liz, I understand. You eating your snack. What you eating? And I know then you're going to head to bed. Thank you. I'm not going to be long. I'm getting off at the 2-hour mark. I'm going to be out of here too because I got to go to bed so I can wake up and do my live this morning. You know what I mean. Day 5. What's tomorrow? What is tomorrow, guys? What is today? Shoots. Let me see what today is. Shoot, y'all make me, I don't even know what the day is. Today is the 16th. Today is Friday. Today is Friday, guys. I did not know today was Friday. Lord of mine, I tell you, I don't keep up with the days, but I knew this was day 4 testimony. Tomorrow is Friday, would be number 5. Okay, you eating cheese and Tristies. My husband and daughter love that. Tristies. I can't even say it, but Tristies. You know what I mean. Today is Friday, and I had no idea today was Friday. Thank the Lord. Oh, that means my kids are all going to be home. They take care of the baby. They take care of the baby. Thank the Lord.
And from out of state, I'm not really fascinated with that, but I do want justice. This is like a cornucopia. It's a Freudian freak show. I don't even know what all of this means. And you know what, Dr. Bethany, no offense to you, but I don't care what it means psychologically. I care if I or the prosecutor can prove the case. And what out of Cassie Ventura's testimony proves sex trafficking and RICO? That's racketeering charges usually reserved for the mob. Okay, so how are they going to prove it? Listen.
Prosecutor Emily Johnson briefly pauses Cassie's narrative testimony to make a point. Whose decision was it to have freak-offs? Whose decision was it to involve baby oil? Whose decision was it to use male sex?
Anybody know whose decision it was? The diddler. Why would they think it was her decision when she was being controlled? This woman couldn't pick her own clothes. She couldn't style her own hair. He tell her to shave your head, shave the half of your hair off your head all on this side. She had to do it. He said, do a freak off while you're on your period. She had to do it. So why would he think, for anybody to think it was her idea, they need to be, they couldn't talk to me. They couldn't talk to me. Because she is so beautiful. Look at this beautiful girl. And he just, oh, Lord.
Workers, whose decision was it to pour hot wax on your body? Cassie's answer remained the same. Sean's.
Why are women everywhere choosing Abby X?
Is pointing to Nima Rahmani, the head of the organization. If Sean Combs is only convicted of that's going to be a cakewalk for him. Mm. He'll get that. He'll get at least 2/3 of his time knocked off. He'll be out in 5 years. Okay.
Oh, it sure did.
The feds want the prize of racketeering and sex trafficking. Listen.
Cassie mentioned staff would set up Combs' hotel rooms for freak-offs, prepping rooms with baby oil, lighting, and other requests. Specifically, security guards Roger Bonds, Uncle Polly, Fahim, Malik, and D-Rock as being sent to track her down or ordered to take her belongings. Cassie also says bad boy exec Tony Fletcher handled her finances for several years, and Christina Coram discussed many personal details with her.
Tom Smith joining me, former NYPD detective, 30 years in narcotics robbery gang, also with the FBI NYPD Joint Terrorism Task Force. He is the co-host of Gold Shields podcast. Tom, thank you for being with us. Okay, did you hear all those people that are helping Sean Combs affect the freak-offs, from buying baby oil, lighting, prepping the rooms, security guards, Roger Bonds, Uncle Polly, Fahim, Malik, D-Rock, sent to track down Cassie Ventura or take her belongings if she doesn't show up to a freak-off? You've got someone handling her finances for Sean Combs, and you have the hitch person, Christina Coram, who denies any involvement, also in the mix. All right, that's what we call, Tom Smith, co-conspirators. Explain.
Yes, and you're exactly right. And when you begin any investigation, especially this one, Nancy, who's the boss? That is what every detective and every prosecutor is going to look at when you're dealing with a RICO case. Who is dictating who does what? Who's orchestrating it? Who's coordinating these sex trafficking acts that are going on, the freaks off and everything? That's what is important here. And that's what's going to come out in this trial. It's just a buildup. It's like building a house. A couple of first days are the foundation. Then it's going to go. And all this is going to be laid out in court about Sean Combs coordinating every single thing that happened with these people, with these acts.
Please.
You know that feeling when you've planned something your whole...
I made a mistake and hit the wrong button. Let me just bring it back up, guys. Sorry about that. Let me just put it back where we were. Guys, I tell you, this is horrendous. Okay. Okay, I'm getting it back up. This is pathetic. This is, he need to go to jail. He need to be locked. Well, he is in jail, but he need to stay.
We are live at the federal courthouse in Manhattan. Sean Combs, aka Puffy, aka Puff, aka Puff Daddy, aka Love, aka Diddy, and the list goes on trial in a multi-count federal indictment, including some of the most serious charges that can be leveled by the federal government, including racketeering, RICO, RICO, transportation to engage in prostitution, 2-count sex trafficking. We are learning from Cassie Ventura's testimony throughout the day that Combs would become volatile, angry, when she would be drugged in order to perform the freak-offs. Joining us live, Sydney Sumner. Sydney, explain what Cassie had to say about why she would get numbed on drugs.
Nancy, Cassie said that she could not get through those freak-offs without being on some kind of drug so that she didn't have to fully understand what was happening around her. Cassie said she used the drugs to dissociate. Now we know that Combs hated this. Evidenced by text messages in between the couple. Combs told her that he wanted to do freak-offs without the ketamine. Cassie said that was almost her drug of choice almost every time because she said it was the most dissociative of the things that she took. But she also mentioned things like marijuana, mushrooms, and more. Opioids were another big choice. Ventura says she was almost addicted to opioids because of how frequently she used them to get through these freak-offs. But we see text messages between them with Combs berating Cassie for using drugs during the freak-offs. He said they don't count if she doesn't remember them.
Oh my stars. So the freak-offs don't count if she doesn't remember them?
He had to do it over.
Sydney Sumner, didn't we hear Cassie earlier today state that she had so many urinary tract infections from the freak-offs that she had to get super powerful antibiotics because the regular antibiotics for UTIs no longer worked for her?
Oh my Lord.
The biggest benefit to this topper is I feel much more confident in myself.
Oh my Lord. Did y'all hear that?
Yes, we heard that from Cassie as well. She said that the UTIs were frequent and she was forced to perform in the freak-offs anyway. She said it was incredibly painful and just continued to make the UTI, the infection, even worse. She says that the usual antibiotic prescribed for UTI patients stopped working for her. She became resistant to that antibiotic and had to be moved onto stronger and stronger drugs.
The testimony, gut-wrenching and emotional, and at one point...
So that means her body Cassie's body had to be messed up. Her body had to be messed up inside. Her inside down there had to be messed up totally from everything this demon put her through. The diddler put her through with all those men coming in and out and in and out and doing it for 3 and 4 days straight, non-stop. Man part, body part is inside of you. Whether you're bleeding, whether you got an infection, whether you got sores, no matter what's wrong with you, you still got to perform. Like she's on stage, you still got to perform. And this person here, y'all remember Jonathan Oddie? He said the reason why he got that was awarded that $5 million lawsuit because he got herpes from her. Not from her, from Diddy. From Diddy. Somehow he got herpes. Hope I'm saying it right. Herpes. Herpes. Is it called herpes? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? STD. We'll just say a STD. One of them things. Okay? Hope I said it right. If not, don't come for me because I can't. Is it herpes? Herpes? Herpes. That's how you say it. Herpes. Okay, I finally said it. Okay. I finally said it. Okay. I keep saying that I'll get it right. Okay. That's not a word a person uses every day. So you better be glad I just remembered what it was. Okay. But anyway, Jonathan Oddie said he sued because he got an STD, the herpes. I said herpes. Y'all know herpes. Is it herpes? Herpes. What do you call it? Herpes. Herpes. I ain't gonna try to say that again. That is not a word everybody say all the time. How often do you hear somebody say that word? Never. So that's why I can't remember what it is. Okay? But I'm gonna write it down on a piece of paper so tomorrow I can remember what it's called. Okay? But anyway, that's why he sued and won that $5 million. Okay? Okay. And plus he had to sign an NDA because they didn't want him to keep saying everything he was saying, and then he putting it out. I got this disease from you. Oh my Lord. God is taking care of Cassie. Cassie is in God's hands. God is taking care of her and her family and her babies. That's all I'm going to say. And I pray for Cassie. Oh, Lord.
Earlier today, Ventura is shown a series of photos. Now, as odious as the photos may be, the point of the photos is to show legally that this is a criminal enterprise. It's not just Sean Combs raping or sodomizing or directing someone else to rape or sodomize Cassie Ventura. There are other people involved. Why is that significant? That is required to prove a RICO case. To Lauren Cullen, I understand you're not happy with all the baby oil testimony, but
women.
What more can you tell me about Cassie Ventura's testimony on the stand? Before you answer that question, I want you to hear this.
She was tasked with finding escorts for the freak-offs, but Combs always demanded to approve them. She typically handed the escorts their cash, but the money came from Combs, the cash delivered by staff members. Combs always double-checked that Cassie had verified the escorts weren't undercover cops, and that's when it hit her that the situation was not legal.
Male escorts she procured online participated in freak-offs in several states. The company travel agents arranged flights and transportation. Cassie says she would tell the travel agent she needed to arrange a new employee's transportation to avoid too many questions.
calling the sex workers new employees to avoid the appearance of impropriety, obviously illegal to transport sex workers across state lines for the purposes of prostitution. These people were paid to have sex, paid by Sean Combs. The key words in her testimony: online, which is wire transactions, which is federal offense if it's illegal, participated in freak-offs in multiple states. Cassie Ventura became concerned that what was happening was illegal. Back to you, Lauren Conlon. Now that you've heard that, I want to point out that the different escorts were in the photos that Cassie was shown today.
Oh, Lord.
What we saw from Cassie on the stand was so emotional and also so eye-opening. Cassie was shown multiple photos of different escorts that she and Diddy allegedly used in their freak-offs, and Cassie had to identify them by name and then speak about how these escorts traveled with she and Diddy for freak-offs to different locations.
Different locations, hiring escorts from other states, even booking travel. Is that right, Lauren Conlon?
Now, she went through who arranged what travel, and she actually mentioned that at one point, a travel agent booked the travel of an escort, and they told the travel agent that this escort was an employee of Diddy, so they wouldn't ask questions.
To Nima Rahmani, the buzzwords that are going to be reiterated to the jury in closing arguments across state lines: online, paying them. You're orchestrating a criminal enterprise. Because, see, that's what Garagos has been screaming from the get-go. Yes, he's a bad boyfriend. Yes, he may have coerced Cassie Ventura into sex, translation. But that does not make a sex trafficking case. Okay. Another chance to Nima Rahmani. What are they doing with Cassie's testimony here?
Well, when it comes to RICO, we're talking about a criminal enterprise, and that has to be a loose association of two or more people. Doesn't have to be the mob, doesn't have to be the cartel, doesn't have to be a street gang. We saw it in the R. Kelly case. Diddy's entourage is enough. And then you need those two or more RICO predicate acts. Assault, right? It's not a federal offense, but it's a RICO predicate act.
Okay, wait, put him up. Can I please state that in simple words? You said predicate acts. Okay. It can't just be people palling around. Okay. There has to be an overt act. There has to be a crime associated with the friendship, the criminal enterprise. In this case, the predicate act would be or paying sex workers, right? So there's your crime, and then you have to have the association that is furthering the crime. Does that make sense, Nima?
Of course, you need a pattern of racketeering activity, but all that is two crimes within a 10-year period. That's all you need for RICO. And like you said, Nancy, some of these are state crimes, but they can become federal crimes if there's an interstate component. So the prostitution across state lines, if there's money involved, that's the Commerce Clause of the Constitution. So you need a federal hook to make some of these crimes federal crimes. We're obviously in federal court. So when it's the sex trafficking, the prostitution, the RICO, there has to be that federal element. And that's what we're talking about all this.
You look like the freak off, saying his eyes went black and the person that she loved was no longer there. Cassie says afterward she was still very numb from the drugs, but felt dirty and confused. Cassie didn't want to make Combs angry by telling him she didn't like it. The freak-offs quickly became a weekly event, with the actual escapade lasting roughly 2 to 3 days with no sleep, and the recovery taking just as long.
She quickly determined she no longer wanted to participate in the freak-offs, especially with how regular they became, but didn't know how to refuse Combs. Quote, "It got to the point where I just didn't feel like I had much of a choice. Didn't really know what no could be or what no could turn into. Ventura says she didn't know if Combs would be violent or follow through on threats to release the recordings of the encounters.
So far, he's just sounding like a pimp. But when you analyze the testimony, there is a sex trafficking case and a RICO case being made out. Joining me now, Rachel Fisher is with us, anti-trafficking expert, featured in the 2022 documentary Surviving Sex Trafficking. She is a forensic nurse, a sex assault nurse examiner. You can find her at legalrnconsult.org. Rachel, I was working up to you. You heard about the beatings. You heard about the urinary tract infections, the being forced to perform during her period. But also we learn, Rachel, that Cassie testified, I think it was right after the lunch break today, but Cassie testified that when she wouldn't pick her phone up, Combs would call over and over and over again. If she still didn't pick up, he would send his hench people to get her. He would take away her possessions as punishment, like her car. He would take away her phone, her laptop, and her jewelry until he thought she should get them back. Okay, explain.
This is a very common tactic that traffickers use with their victims, and that element of control, that force, fraud, and coercion. Coercion being making something fair seeming that isn't, and using that fear of reputational harm, manipulation, not being able to have access to the phone to call the outside world, using an enforcer, another person, to be able to hold her accountable. So that's, again, engaging another person to hold her to it. And then the engaging in commercial sex acts. So the prostitution word has been said, but forcing someone to engage in commercial sex acts is part of that in trafficking, and the performing labor for sexual gratification or perform sex acts for his gratification. And her not being able to have a choice in it because she could be hurt by either him or his staff acting in that enterprise. So there was that constant fear, and we see that all the time, is if I don't do this, or if I don't follow his commands, there will be repercussions, as she's talked about all the things that have happened, and they're going to happen again. And that's that fear that they constantly live under.
And, you know, Rachel Fisher, a lot has been made. We heard Lauren Collin talking about, why do we keep hearing about baby oil?
What she was saying is exactly true. It's that fear, that the constant state of fear that they put you under. He do look scary. Haven't heard this. Right. They keep you in that constant state of fear, and then keep you sleep deprived. And he's doing this every week. This woman's body haven't had time to heal. So, of course, she would have all this stuff going on with her body. Her body don't get a chance to heal her mind. Y'all be talking about, why did she stay so long? He kept her mind in a state of fear. Every time she tried to run away, he sends people to go get her, to go find her, track her down like she's an animal. So she can't make any decision. You sleep deprived. You've been on drugs for days. You got to live over and over with this strange man humping all on you, and these other men on top of you too. And you're about to die every time. Y'all have some sympathy for this woman.
Was directed, you have to be, quote, glistening. And all of the sex workers, everybody involved in the video freak-offs had to be literally glowing in baby oil. It had to be reapplied over and over and over, to the point that the hotel rooms would be damaged, and Combs would have to pay to get the hotel rooms professionally cleaned and repaired after freak-offs. But we also learned, Rachel Fisher, I'd like to hear your opinion on this, because this is so serious, that if she did not comply, yes, he had given her 2 different places to live. One was in New York and LA. She moved there because he wanted her to be close to him. But if she displeased him in any way, he would take the keys and physically kick her out. And you heard earlier being kicked out at the Cannes Film Festival with no shoes, left to wander the streets with no
Think about that,
shoes,
guys.
no ID, no credit cards, no anything. Explain that, interpret that for us.
That's that power and control dynamic that's present in domestic violence that we see also in the sex trafficking realm. Is they use that power and control over their victims to have them engage in commercial sex acts. That's where we get that trafficking overlap with domestic violence. And you see the passport being withheld, not able to have a place to live, the basic needs. Those are vulnerabilities that they target. And so they exploit, just as he did to her, he exploited those vulnerabilities and used them as that coercion of if you don't do this, these are the repercussions. So that's controlling a person through withholding food, basic necessities, not allowing them to talk to family, and using physical harm or restraint against her as the victim. So there was a lot of that present throughout.
Reporter Cassie Ventura later in the day read a series of texts. What was the significance?
Nancy, this stood out to me particularly to just show Combs' cowardice and control over Cassie. When she escaped that hotel room on March 5th, 2016, because she had a movie premiere and she was so worried that Combs would make her face damaged ahead of her movie premiere, that she finally decided, you know what? No, I'm not going back in that room. I'm calling security. I'm leaving. So she manages to escape that hotel room, and Combs sends her text messages over and over, begging her to come back because he claims the cops are showing up. He's surrounded. Please, I've got 6 kids. Don't do this to me. Don't take me down for this. I couldn't imagine what was going through her mind reading those text messages after she already denied the security guard's offer to call police. Later that day, a friend didn't consult her before calling police. And when an officer showed up at her door, she refused to cooperate. She was never planning on sending Sean Combs down, but she wanted to look presentable for her movie premiere.
Anybody want to look good for the movie premiere?
What Martin Garagos told me, his daughter Tenny is one of the lead counsels on Combs' defense, is that wasn't a freak off at all happening in that room. There was an argument where Cassie became angry because Combs got a text from another woman, and that's why she was leaving. But that's not what she says, and when Garagos, he's so affable and likable, but he has a job, and his job is to get Combs off, or whoever his client is at the moment. Those are highly divergent versions about why she was trying to get away.
I think what was really happening, Nancy, is that she had this premiere coming up, and if he locked her into one of these freak-offs, then he could maim her, hurt her, restrain her, control her. He was trying to put her in an impaired position so she couldn't get to the premiere. This is classic. This is sex trafficking 101. Separate the victim from anybody who could support them, or anybody they could report the crime to.
We wait as justice unfolds. And remember, an American hero, Trooper Frankie Williams, New Jersey State Police, just 31, struck and killed in the line of duty. Leaves behind wife Kimberly, parents Victoria and Robert. American hero, Trooper Frankie Williams. Thanks to our guests and to you. Nancy Gray signing off. I'll see you tomorrow night, 6 and 9 o'clock sharp Eastern. And until then.
Guys, I learned a lot. Like I said, Nancy Grace, she's on it. She's on her business. She is on it. Okay? And I'm getting ready to sign off too, guys. Now, I do want to remind you all that tomorrow I will be doing my live in the morning. So I'll have it set up tonight or first thing in the morning, but I will be doing my live in the morning. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for everybody that did come in. And tomorrow I will comb my hair. Good night, Queen Liz. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being, and be blessed. Be blessed. Thank you also. Bliss. Thank you for being here too. Thank you so much. And then Nate, thank you for being here as well. I know you somewhere at the top. Thank you too. Thank you for everybody that came in. Make sure you all hit that like button on your way out the door. If you can, go ahead and hit this like button on your way out the door. And I do want to thank you all for being here. And tomorrow I will be doing another live because although I have the baby with me, but because other people is going to be here in the house tomorrow, I should be able to go live because they can watch the baby and the dogs. Okay, but good night, guys. You all have a good night, and you know how I love to go out. So, but I'm going to go out and be a little quiet going out this time. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.